Hey Clay, what you doing?
Well, I'm building a grow out cage. I normally do this stuff in the garage, but we've got a snowstorm going on and we're supposed to get another 10 inches of snow. And I figured, seeing I had to go to Lowe's yesterday, I picked you up a couple of plants and I had to pick up some wire for this. I figured I'd just do it while it's snowing and blowing out there, and I'll snow blow and everything tomorrow after it's done. But this cage is going to be for them so I can get both batches. I've got one half the batch in that brooder and the other half in this brooder. And you can see how big they're getting. This is one of the little ones, the last ones that hatched. He's only about half the size of these guys. And they're only 3 days difference. Some of them are extremely huge. But I've got to make room for them. So I'm making a cage 5 feet long by 2 feet by 2 feet. And you're all probably saying, well, 2 feet's pretty high. What if they jump and, won't they jump and break their neck? No, they won't, because I've raised quail, contouring quail for a long time, and I've never had one break its neck on the cage. That's, I think, an old wives' tale. It's, if they were bobwhite quail, yeah, bobwhite quail fly, and they get startled real easy. These guys, once they get to be this age, they're a week old, almost 2 weeks old come Sunday. And they're already, you can put your hand in there and they change their water and give them new feed net, and they're not even nervous. So that's a good thing. But you never have to worry about them. And I wanted to get this started, and I figured snowing and blowing out, this is a good day to do it. So hopefully you enjoy the little things that we do for making brooders and cages and things like that. And hope you get some ideas from doing it. But remember, if you get rolls of wire, make sure you get them from the same manufacturer. Like if you go to Lowe's, you buy 2 rolls of wire, make sure they're the same company that made the wire, so that, because each wire company has a different standard. As you can see, let me get up higher with this wire here and you'll see what I'm talking about. This one wire is like a 1/4 of an inch longer at the 2 foot mark than the other wire was. So I'm going to have to compensate for that. But it won't be a big deal when I get done. See the difference here? It's a 1/4 of an inch difference. But I'm going to put, for the bottom, it's going to be hardware wire, the 1/2 by 1/2 hardware wire, and I'm putting it up to 3 inches, because this is the bottom. It's upside down right now. But when the quail poop through they'll be up on the hardware wire, they poop through it. This will have a tray with sawdust in it to catch the manure, so that they're not walking in the manure. Because that's where they get the little poop balls stuck to their toenails, and then you have to soak their feet in water and then break up the little poop balls on their toes, and it's a big hassle. So if you're doing things to prevent that, all right, this end's done. I can turn it around and make the other end. There's another thing off my desk. So I didn't want to do this in here, but it's so much easier for me to do it on the sawhorses out front of my garage. Because there's never enough room in the house to do things like this, and I really don't like doing them all in the house because it makes Mama nervous. Alright, I gotta cut another chunk of wire for this end. And when we get done, I'll be able to, I got some boxes to go underneath it for now. And I'm going to put sawdust in there and move this brooder out and this brooder out, and they'll all 60 quail will go back into the big. There's 65 quail actually, 64 or 65. I can't remember now. Got it written down. But you can see they're all feathered out now, and they're not even 2 weeks old yet. And as they get older, they'll start with their next set of feathers. They'll start showing their colors at about 4 weeks old. And then we'll be able to sex them. Then the next stage will be sorting through the heavier ones and keeping the heavier ones for breeders, and keeping the small ones for freezer camp. They'll go to summer camp. But you can see how tiny some of the little ones are compared to the ones that are 3 days older. Alright, I got to get back and cut more wire, and I want to get this project done before the night. I still have to go to the feed store and pick up another bunch of cage clips. I don't believe I'm going to have enough. There's a lot, but I don't believe I got enough. I might. I got till 5 o'clock to go there. Still got to feed and water these guys. Another thing to watch out for is galvanized wire. Makes your hands raw. You get scratches. And the galvanized makes your fingers feel like they're burning. So whenever you're doing this, should wear gloves, but I don't because I can't hold on to clips and stuff with that. I've never done it that way. They'll be sore for a couple of days, but it feels almost like you put your hands on a hot stove. That's the feeling that the galvanized gives your fingers. May not do it to everybody, but it does it to me. Alright, I guess the project's at a standstill until I can get the other end on. Alright, this is Clay from Popel's Backyard Farm saying, hope you enjoyed what little bit I showed you. And when I get it all done, I'll do another video when we get all the babies back in there. Alright, bye-bye.
And remember.
Oh yeah. Don't forget to remember.
Big or small.
Big or small, you too could be a backyard farm.